Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today it is December 22nd and I'm trying to give you guys all of the tips that you need in order to reset your life before 2021. I am so excited for the upcoming year and I hope you guys are too. I think that it's going to be such a nice fresh reset just to restart, feel fresh. Today I'm going to give you guys a 3-day guide as to how to get your entire life completely put together in 3 days. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's go ahead and start with day one. Day one is all about physically reorganizing. Your physical space can determine so much, from your mental health to how you feel to how productive you are. It is important that it is always in check, so be sure to kind of get everything together physically before the new year starts. So when I say physically reorganizing, I'm talking going through every single physical space that you deem yours, whether that's your room, if you're in school, do you have a backpack, if you have a car, clean your car, if you have a closet or pantry and you live in your own apartment, clean the dishwasher. Like, do everything physical. Like, really take a day, play some music, have a friend over if you want to, and just completely physically declutter. So for me personally, I know I have to do my closet. My closet has like this upper space that's just kind of messy. We intended it to be like a pajama station, but then it got really inconvenient because I have to step on a stool every time I get up there, and now we just kind of throw clothes up there and just let it land in the bucket, and it's anything but organized. So I needed to get all of that clean. I also had a really dirty dresser that kind of compiled so many things up. I needed to just kind of rid of that. I'm having a whole reorganizing closet video that is coming out to you guys on Monday, so be sure to just go ahead and subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have that fun little aesthetic cleanup with me video. The next thing that you should really physically declutter is your workspace. A lot of people are working at home still due to COVID and due to many other circumstances. So if you are doing that, your workplace is very, very important. You have to keep it clean and you have to keep it organized in order for max productivity. I genuinely believe that a clear physical space sets you up for ultimate success in your mind, because I cannot work, and I know you guys can't either, in a dirty space. So really, honestly, just take the day, write a list on all the things that you physically need to clean, and just knock it out of the way. So now we're on to day two. Today is the digital cleaning day. You guys already probably know what I mean by this. I mean, we live in a technology age, we live in a digital age where we're constantly working on our laptops or phones, we're on TVs, we're on work laptops and devices, iPads, you name it, whatever. The thing that you need to organize the most on this digital decluttering day is your phone. I recently got the iPhone 12. Quick TMI story, but my entire phone basically wiped off. I wasn't able to access any of my backups from my previous phone. So I had to start from scratch, which was really unfortunate, and I complained for so long because I was like, oh my gosh, like I hate this. I'm gonna have to download every single app back onto my phone. I'm gonna have to log into accounts, and then on top of that, I changed my phone number. So there were just so many things I couldn't access. I had to call like Venmo and Bank of America and PayPal and all these places just to like get things together. But I am so glad that I did that. That was honestly my entire digital reset on my phone. Because I started from scratch, I only downloaded the apps that I needed. I organized it in a way that's going to work for me efficiently, and it's the best thing ever. So my phone is essentially organized like this. I will just go ahead and screen record. Can I screen record? This is my phone. I have my like Apple Calendar here at the top. Next is Notion, which is what I'm using for this right now. Next, I have Google Calendar. I use it religiously, so that's on here. Camera, mail, photos, podcasts, because I listen to podcasts all the time. I have Spotify up here in a big little thing, and I love it so much because all I have to do is just click on it and it's already on, you know, the thing that I was recently playing. Whether Medium is the article app that I use so much. You guys already know, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I talk about it all the time. This is kind of my like healthy habit way of kind of not getting on social media in the morning. Instead, I will just read Medium articles, and I will read Medium articles throughout the day. They're just tons of fun articles to read and things that, you know, can spark my brain. Next is the Pattern app, and this is kind of like, you know, astrology, whatever, all that kind of stuff. I love mine a lot. It's just fun to read, and I check it pretty much every single day. Next is my edits category, and this is kind of all the apps that I use to edit thumbnails and all of my Instagram pictures, so that's in one category. And then Danger, aka the tab that I try not to touch as often as possible, because I'm making the active effort in 2021 to just really not use my phone for things that don't need using my phone for. That's difficult, especially because my job is social media and I'm on it all the time. So it's kind of hard to differentiate like a work-life balance when it comes to social media. I wanted to make sure to put it in a folder and also plot my screen time big as hell down here so that I am aware of my screen time every single day. If I start to see that thing shooting up, I'll just be like, maybe I shouldn't get on this, you know? And that's my only page. I only have one page and that's it. So when I scroll over, this is my app library. Don't judge, I know you saw Among Us, whatever. These are all of my other apps that I own / have, and I love it that way. I love having a minimalistic approach to my phone because it really just does save so much time in the long run. And yeah, so as far as your laptop, I'm talking put everything into folders. I'm talking delete tons of documents that you don't need anymore for the upcoming year. If you're in school and you use like Google Docs or Google Drive, get all of that organized, because I'm telling you, that's like the worst space to organize. There's just so many documents. I remember as soon as I graduated high school, the first thing that I did was threw everything away that I didn't need. That has helped tremendously. So I'm so grateful that I honestly just keep my space, my digital space organized. The next thing that you should organize are your online calendars. I use Google Calendar and Notion personally. These are two websites / apps that I use religiously. That's the way that I organize my life. I used to be a super huge agenda person, but I'm not anymore. I really do love digital planning so much. So I love organizing my calendars. I changed all my colors on Google Calendar. So like I have a color for work, I have a color for YouTube, podcasts, social meetings. I mean, that's not really happening, but social meetings, if I see a friend every once in a while, appointments, all that stuff. Like make sure that's all color coded. And then as far as Notion, aka my favorite app ever, Notion is the ultimate like planning app or the ultimate organizing app. And honestly, if you guys want a whole video on this, I can definitely do it, but essentially it's a website that completely changed my life. Before May 2020, you used to have to pay a subscription to access the personal plan, but now I'm pretty sure Notion was like, hey, like everyone's going through rough times. I think everyone would just love, you know, the personal plan to be free. So now it is. So I highly suggest that if you want to use Notion, get on it right now. I currently have this video planned out right here on Notion and it's the best. I have workspaces. So in my personal workspace, this is so hard to show. I have like YouTube, podcast, auditions, and I like can organize absolutely everything. I have the app on my phone as well as the website like bookmarked on my laptop. Best app ever. Again, if you guys want a video on that, I will be so happy to do that for you guys because it's the best. And last but not least, the thing that I highly suggest organizing are your online passwords and accounts. Delete all of your subscriptions, delete all of your accounts that you don't need / don't use. But that's about it for day 2. Definitely just take the entire day to digitally declutter. Yes ma'am. So now we have made it to day 3, which is honestly my favorite day. On day 3, we are decluttering our mental health, and essentially we are going to be journaling, we are going to be scripting, we are going to be goal setting, we are going to be vision boarding. We're going to be doing all the things. On this mental decluttering day, turn off your phone. That's step 1. Turn off your phone completely. You do not need it. I just want you guys to all have a clear mental state before heading into this new year. This year was crazy. There's a lot to unpack from it. I feel like you can't really move forward productively into the new year if you haven't really organized everything going on. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is just take out a journal, and if you don't have a journal right now, that's okay. Take out your notes app, take out something that you can just take notes on, and honestly, you can go into Notion. I highly suggest grabbing Notion if you want to just type out things. The first thing I want you guys to do is assess how did this year go. Don't be shy to just completely express how this year went for you, mentally, physically, how you feel financially, like everything that went this year. Acknowledge it and write it down. And I say to write this down because in 2021, you're going to want to see your progress. The easiest way to see your progress visually is by reading all of the things that you wrote as your present self right now in 2020 and seeing that progression in 2021. So I think it's such a beautiful thing. So even if this year, say, was not the best for you, it wasn't really the best for many people, just go for it. Just write. Just be content in being able to write down absolutely everything and be candid about how you feel. So once you do that, the next thing that I want you guys to do is write down your goals. So the most important thing when writing goals is to write SMART goals. It stands for an acronym. I'm gonna put it here. You're going to have attainable goals that you have set personally for yourself. The worst thing that you can do with goals is be non-specific and chuck it away. If I write down, want to be healthy in 2021, and then I throw away my journal and then it goes somewhere. I don't know what that means. If I say I want to have a goal of having one vegan meal every single Monday for the entire year, that's attainable. That's something that you can set, that's specific, that you can't really like let yourself down on, you know? When you write these goals, be sure to assess all of your areas in life, whether that's work/career, relationships and friendships, family, your personal health, financial goals. There are so many things that you can write goals for. Just make it fun. Make it a fun time. Like really assess and think like, what do I want for this year? Once you write these goals, the next thing I want you guys to do is assess your habits. What are habits that are really good that you've done this year, and what are habits that have been not so good this year? And again, it's going to suck having to honestly be like, oh, well, for me personally, like I didn't wake up as early as I wanted to for many days this year. I mean, I'm not gonna blame it on the pandemic, but also I do know that my physical space and surrounding and environment, especially while being at home, has been a struggle. If you guys haven't realized already, once you start writing this stuff down, it becomes so much easier to see. The human brain can only take so much at one time, and there's ideas, there's so many things going on 24/7. So when you write down, it becomes more concise. You're able to really see it, and you're able to see it more clearly. So write down your habits. Say what's gone good this year, say what's gone bad this year, say what are habits you want to get better at next year, you know? Next are your routines. I think routines are such a good way to get the new year started off great, because then you have a sense of direction and purpose every single morning and night. So I say write down what your ideal morning routine looks like and what your ideal night routine looks like from Monday to Friday and Saturday and Sunday, whatever. Make sure to block out areas of time for the things that are non-negotiable for you so that you can be your most successful you going into 2021. All right, and the last kind of mental thing, and I feel like I've been all over the place because honestly, I need to get my life in check, is a priorities list. Once you're able to assess what is a priority to you, those are the things that you will deem important. Those are things that you will not trade up for anything else. So for example, for me, a priority is YouTube and my acting career, and I need to understand that so that nothing can kind of trump over that. Say there is like an event that I really want to go to, or like I want to do X, Y, and Z, but if that doesn't align with the things that I know that I have to get done with YouTube/acting, then I can't do that, and I have to understand that. So writing all of this stuff down will act as a guide so that you're not really confused, you know? It'll be like your own little guide that you can follow because you wrote it. It's something that you created. So as far as priorities, you guys can write down career priorities, habit priorities, what you'd like to start, you know, like what are some projects that you want to kind of start. You can also write down a bucket list that you know that you want to complete. So writing all of these things down will definitely get you a head start on the new year for sure. You can also create a vision board. My vision board is currently sitting right there because I just did it last night. There will also be a video on that next week, so definitely stay tuned for that. Essentially, everything that I'm telling you right now is just a guide. You guys don't have to follow it step by step or do everything exactly as how I said it, but it was mainly to give you guys ideas as to how you can mentally declutter your mental space. Once you get all of these thought processes clear and you're clear on what you want, it'll be so much easier to move into the new year seamlessly. I've been talking for so long, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and share with someone who would also enjoy this, who needs a 3-day organizing reset. Definitely feel free to also tag me in things on Instagram, whether if it is your goals or you cleaned your room or something like that. Feel free to tag me and I will definitely be sure to reshare and interact with you guys. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I will see you guys in a future video. Bye.